Hey, 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 am I live? Am I live? It says that Zoom is telling me that this meeting has been live streamed. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Good middle of the night to everybody. It is Carlos over here. I'm super excited to be here with you today. I just decided to do this like for the moment. I think it was early yesterday morning as you come on. So I don't know if everybody got notified, but I'm excited to share what I have to share with you today. This is a key fundamental training on how to grow your business using modern marketing methods. I'm just going to fart around here and make sure that I've got myself up on the book of faces so that I can actually see your comments as you come on. Hold on a second. Hopefully I am live in the right place. I went live in the wrong place the other day. Hey, Tiffany Hunt is here. Yahoo Mountain Dew. Tiffany, if you guys, if anyone is on here and you have not met Tiffany yet, she is our program advisor inside of Karla Town. And you definitely want to connect with her if you want to figure out what your best next move is. She has a really unique perspective. Anyway, she's just really good people. And we have so much content in Karla Town that you can get lost in everything that all the resources that we have here inside of Facebook, all the resources that we have inside of our programs, all the resources that we have on YouTube and Instagram, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have something in particular that you want to address in your business, reach out to Tiffany and she'll help you hunt it down so that we can help you move forward powerfully in a way where you're not wasting time learning things that you don't need to learn right now, and maybe and not like spending time hunting for stuff. So just friend her on Facebook or connect with her in Messenger, and we'll go from there. If you're on, guys, how many of you have put a funnel together for yourself in your business? If you're, whether you're watching this on a replay, hey, replay people, if you're watching this on replay, I have a funnel. I want a funnel. Funnels are interesting to me. I want to learn this, etc. Because I'm going to tell you about my experience with sales funnels. I'm going to start with just some background because I always, this is kind of weird because I've been in this industry so long. I've been in this industry since before social media was the thing. So what did you do before that? Well, we actually had, I knew that people had, like, I knew they would Google us, right? So once they answered an ad in our case, and they were trying to figure out if they want to work with us or not, they would Google Karla, Don and Karla Silver. And so I knew that we had to have something up there. Otherwise, you're totally confusing your prospect, and you make, well, it wasn't so suspicious back in those days, but it's definitely suspicious now if you don't have an online presence. So we had a page. It was the ugliest thing. We had to pay somebody to make it for us. We had a page that had an email and an opt-in form, but these were ugly. It had a big video, and then it had some other, like, I wrote out some stories, and that was all it was. But that was the very beginning of what we use now in the form of sales funnels. Hey, Stacia, good to see you. Good for you to have a funnel. And again, if you're just coming on, Karla Silver, I'm going to be talking about funnels today and why they're so critical, especially in network marketing for recruiting, but especially for everything. Everything is an online funnel. Everything that you see online is some funnel or a piece of a funnel somewhere. But so that's how I started out. And then I would call these people. And over 10 years, I calculated, I made about 50,000 phone calls. I got to be an excellent prospector. And one day, many of you have heard this story, I just broke down. I just couldn't see myself doing this anymore at all. I couldn't imagine living my life spending 3 to 4 hours a day on the phone every single, 4 or 5 days a week. And then building my rest of my business and not having a life. And I actually, many of you don't even know this. I almost refuse to talk on the phone still. It's been 10 years since the day I'm telling you about. It's been 10 years, and I still push back talking on the phone because I just had enough. And I just hit that wall one day and I burst into tears. Again, many of you heard this story. I just will not forget it. I was sitting on the floor, leaning up against the back of the couch. I was talking on the phone, and I hung up from a prospect and I just burst into tears because I was scared, because this is how we made money, right? This is how we had made money, Don and I together for almost 10 years at that point. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew that I couldn't do that anymore at all. So it's not a pretty story. We weren't in a good financial position because I was hating prospecting so much that I wasn't good at it, right? I was good at it, but I wasn't attracting anybody, right? When you know that you're like hitting the wall on something and that you can't, hold on a second, that you can't do something anymore, your subconscious won't let you recruit, right? So guys, that's something you should look like. If you're not recruiting or you're not making sales, there's probably something going on in your subconscious that is holding you back, and you should figure that out. Well, I figured it out. I figured out that I just could not prospect on the phone anymore. So a couple of months went by. I had another leader in the industry. I had all these leads, right? Like you guys, I had figured out how to generate leads and I knew they were valuable. So I called up this guy and I said, hey, I know that I can trust my leads with you. If I sign up under you, I'm not doing anything. But if I sign up under you and I give you all those leads, will you take care of them? And of course, nobody in their right mind would turn down that deal. Like, hey, I'll generate leads for you and you just close them, right? But I didn't know what to do. And it was a very uncertain part of, I mean, we've all been there. It was an uncertain part of my life. I experimented for a couple of months with a couple other business model things. And then I saw this dude get started in the company that I had signed up in that said I wasn't going to do anything. I saw this dude get started and make almost $1 million in like 2 months without talking to anybody at all. Like, he did a bunch of Zooms. I guess they were Google Hangouts in those days. Google Hangouts, and he emailed to his email list and he placed ads, and that was it. And I'm like, oh, I got to learn how to do that. How did he do that? And that's when I really dove, and it was I think it was November of 2013. So it has been exactly 10 years that I have been leveraging sales funnels in all of our downlines, and all of the people that we work with have been leveraging sales funnels in our network marketing business. So I just have to say, if you aren't leveraging sales funnels, you're not late to the party, because network marketing has been so slow to move over to modern marketing methods. But it's time. It's time, especially because the way people buy have changed. The way people want to gather information has changed. People's attention spans are shorter, et cetera. And so this is what I've been doing it. And this is what, and I don't want to be markety, guys. Like, how many people have heard the expression sleep sales? Say, I've heard, or just comment sleep sales. This is actually how you can make sleep sales, because people make decisions at all times they don't make their decisions necessarily on your time frame, right? You can move them along, you can push them along, you can promote to them, you can give them reasons to get started, but people make their decisions based on when it's right for them in their life. I don't care how great you are of a TV salesman. If somebody is not in the market for a TV, they're not going to buy from you until they're ready to buy a TV. Does that make sense? Right? Hey, Nancy. Hey, Shelly. Good morning to you. It's so good to see everybody here. So how do you manage that? How do you manage the fact that people don't want to talk to us? They're interested in watching us. Your prospects are out there. They're watching you. That's why we teach you a social selling posting strategy that makes sense based on human psychology, et cetera. But how do you determine, of all those people that are watching you, who are the people that are interested in moving forward with you or not, yet they don't want to connect with you yet they don't want you to reach out to them, yet they don't want to be sold to. yet they don't want, they want to find out about things on their time. And there might be the guy that, or woman that like, maybe she works for Amazon and Jeff Bezos just said, oh, we're gonna let go 11,000 people. Maybe it's somebody that worked for Meta or worked for Twitter and they just got laid off. Like there is a ever growing pool of interested people that are interested in side gigs and side hustles, and to replace their, like me, I wanted to replace my full-time income. There's a huge group of people out there right now that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that pool of amazing candidates that would be amazing partners in our businesses are not looking to talk to you. They're looking to be able to get all the information that they possibly can on their time frame and make a decision on their time frame. And that is where the opportunity that you have in front of you, if you are not leveraging sales funnel, allowing people to passively raise their hand, opt into your email list, and be sold to, because at that point they want the information. Once they've asked for it, not to your face directly, but into your email list, that's when they want all the information. They want to be able to get all that information. And it's a super easy process. Guys, let me know if I'm making sense. Whoever's watching, because I know we didn't really promote this live, but does this make sense to you? So I just want to show you the basic principles of a recruiting sales funnel have not really changed at all. It's just the way we follow up via email has gotten more frequent over the years. And I also want to address this because I actually have a very long email in me that I wrote out not too long ago, but it is really long. So I haven't sent it to everybody yet. But email is the #1 ROI out there. For every email name on your list, you make an average of $44. That is all new. There was an old study by HubSpot that was $41. Now it's $44. Those names, those connections, those people that have, I want to just underscore this, passively raised their hands and gotten on your email list is the gold in your business. This is your long-term income. This is how businesses survive, and this is how your network marketing businesses grew in the old-fashioned day. You had a Rolodex, and people didn't mind if you called them, but don't call me, right? People didn't mind if you called them and followed up with them that way, and then they would meet in real life. But then nobody wants to do that anymore. They have too many options in front of them. They have too many things they can choose from. So guess what? We get to position ourselves using those sales funnels and modern marketing methods to grow our business in a way that allows our prospects to make decisions based on their timeline, allows us to educate them in a way that is acceptable to educate them. People want to be educated in their emails. They do not want you to educate them on your social media or in their PMs. They want to make decisions. Maybe they just got laid off from Amazon and they're worried because the holidays are coming up and they're on your email list and they're like, okay, so Dee Dee sent me something. I opted in. I looked at that thing. I don't know what it is that Dee Dee was doing, but I'm going to go back and get her email, and I'm going to go watch that presentation that she sent me to. It could be 2:00 in the morning when the worst things are happening, and they're like, yes, I've got to do something right now. And this is why this is so important, right? I'm a little bit on my whatever it is, popsicle stand. I'm a little bit of a rant right now, but this is so important. This is the only way you're going to be able to help more people and more people and more people make amazing decisions to step up and partner with you. You can choose to not do it. That's cool. That works too, but it's slow. It is really slow. So I'm just gonna go through the psychology of how it works. So I just now talked about like, what is the atmosphere right now? There's an atmosphere of uncertainty. Also, January is coming. That's when, so let me talk about this atmosphere of uncertainty. This is where we get to shine. This is where we get to help so many people. You guys have heard me talk about this over and over and over. If you're brand new, this might be the first time, that in times of uncertainty, our businesses grow like gangbusters. most of the businesses in the network marketing businesses that were already doing modern marketing at the beginning of pandemic, they blew up, right? And the ones that weren't sunk. And so we've gone through a little bit of an evening out phase, but this is the time for us to step up and use those modern marketing methods to grow our businesses, because we can help more people. And guess what? That ends up right into our bank accounts. The second layer on that is that January is coming. This is the biggest month for recruiting all year long. People are looking back at their year, whether it has been a good economic year, a bad economic year, it doesn't matter. And they're making their New Year's resolutions. And the number 1, 2, and 3 New Year's resolutions are, and I don't have the order right, I don't know what it is, but one is find true love, one is lose weight, and the other one is make more money. So they're in decision-making mode. How can I position myself in 2023 to make more money? Well, if they're already on your email list and you've already done the work right now, as much as possible, so that you're gathering the people that are saying, yeah, I might be interested, I might not, I might be interested, I might not. And you're educating them and proving that you can do it, all the things that your prospects are thinking in their head, then you're positioned to really leverage 2 big things that are happening right now: economic uncertainty and January and the new year. Because that is I always was like, yes. I got busy during Christmas and New Year's every year because I knew that most of the marketers were just sitting around drinking eggnog and hanging with their family. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be prospecting my butt off because I got to make some moolah. That is when people are making those decisions. So let's look specifically at how, and guys, let me just say this, guys. I know I'm ranting, but I want to make sure I don't forget. If you're interested, if I put together something that showed you exactly how to do that, I know I posted this in the group a couple weeks ago on exactly how to do this, and maybe 4 workshops, 5 workshops, 5 one-hour workshops. Would you be interested in that? If you're interested in that, please put the word funnel in the comments. Put the word funnel in the comments, and maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to draw out the psychology and the actual steps in a sales funnel. So hold on, your pantyhose. A second, I'm going to be drawing for you. So it takes me a little bit to, whoops, not that one. It takes me a little bit. Zoom makes me download this plugin every single time. So hold on a second. I'm going to do this right now. And watch this, connect, Zoom, Karla, boom. You know you can do it, internet. All right. So we are going to do this, and I am going to get off my camera and come here. All right, so here, we're gonna draw, guys. Tiffany, if you wouldn't mind just double checking with me if you can put, I can see your screen, or like, I don't know, Buzzhead, comment something and let me, or Nancy, let me know that you can see my screen. I'm pretty sure you can. So here, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Lori says funnel. Scott says funnel. Joy says funnel. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. So all of you should know of what is called an opt-in page. Whoops, hold on. That was not very good. Let's see if I can do this. Opt-in page. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's say that, let's just make that a little bit bigger. Move that here. An opt-in page is just a super easy page where somebody gives you their name and their email. And these are name, email, and there's usually not much on this page. There might be something like see what I'm up to, or find out about how you can make extra money, or just usually it's just a quick, this is what we call a warm market funnel. And the reason that we call this is the very first funnel that we have people in our programs create, because this is the funnel that hangs out all over your social media. So the people that are curious, that wonder what you're up to, when you're in your post, you can say, hey, go here if you want to find out more information. This is where your call to action goes every single time. You guys have seen me do it. I do it all the time. Hey, go register for this webinar, go do this, go do that. But this warm market funnel typically has a picture of you and not much else, some copy. Anybody not ever see anything like this, right? Everybody's seen something like this. This is pretty standard. And then what happens, and the reason, by the way, that there's not much information on there, this is some of the psychology around this, is that you don't want a ton of information on that page. It's not because you're trying to be mysterious or you're trying to hold back information. It's just psychologically, a person just wants to get the information. They don't want to read stuff. We don't want them to have too much information so that on that opt-in page where they're getting confused. I rarely have a video or anything where they're like, oh, maybe I don't want this. I just want enough. You just want enough information on this page. And there's simple tools, guys. If I'm already thinking your head's like, oh my God, how do I get this? There are super simple tools where you can get this done in like 10 minutes. But just for this purposes of this, the psychology around this page, you want it just to be enough information so that somebody will trade their email address for the next step in the journey, right? So this is what basically, if you're looking at an old-fashioned funnel, right? This is somebody, leads out there that are watching you on social or in your whatever. At this point, when they fill out an email address, they're actually in your funnel, right? They've gone into the top of your funnel. And if you've never seen a funnel before, this looks really crappy. So just don't pay too much of attention to it. I'll erase that because that's kind of ugly. So what happens, you guys know this, what happens when they put their name and their email address in? Well, they go to a new page because that button, there's a button down here that takes them to a new page. But here's the most important part, two important things. Number one, they've raised their hand that they want to see, they want an email. They know they're going to get an email. They don't want you necessarily to call them up and say, oh my gosh, Susan, I see you asked for information about my business, right? They don't want that. They want to go and get the information on their own, and they expect to be educated. So at that point, they're put on your email list. And typically an email number one goes out instantly. And that's basically an email that says, hey, Joni, I saw you ask for information about my business. If you missed the video, and I'll share what that is in a second. If you missed the video here, I will email you fairly frequently to make sure that you have all the information that you can make a relaxed and informed decision. And the beautiful thing is then you can email forever until they're ready or they're not, right? This is where most of the sales go. But let's look right now at this part here. What happens after they fill out their name and email address? In the sales funnels that we create or co-create with our students, what happens next is they go to a very basic page that has a video on it. Whoops. Has a video on it that is very short. That's basically, hey, welcome. So glad that you filled out the information. Here's what you can expect. On the next page, this is going to happen. I got you an email. And why do we do this, guys? If you can think of this, it's a way for us to have another touch, because somebody might have just come to they might have seen a reel that we put out, or they might have seen one of our stories, because Facebook is distributing stories and reels all over the place. This is not a thank you page, actually, Dee Dee. This is not. This is what's called a bridge video. And then there's another button on here. It's a bridge video that just says, hey, I'm glad you got it. Here's what to expect. I'm going to give you I'm going to send you emails that'll fully get you all the information that you need. I'm super excited that you're here. And by the way, on the next page, you're going to meet, I like for our students to introduce whoever a recording, keep doing that. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oops. Well, I'm just going to leave it there because I can't figure out how to move it. Oh, there we go. Okay. They're going to introduce whoever the Zoom recording is of your business presentation. This is the business presentation that gives you all should have them. Every single last company has some sort of business presentation that tells the prospect exactly what the products are, exactly what the company is, exactly how to make money, and it invites them to get started. I have only found one company that didn't have anything worthwhile, and we just helped our clients create it. But usually they're there. I've always been able to find something that is acceptable on YouTube, and it's just a business presentation with, hold on a second, poopy doop. I don't know what I just did. Business presentation, maybe some testimonials, and then guess what? A button that says get started here. And this button goes to your company enrollment page. Enroll, sale, new person, money. That's pretty much it. But here's the beautiful part and the not so beautiful part. Somebody might have come to, somebody might have come to this page when they saw your reel and they happen to be standing in the line at Starbucks and they don't have time to go to the next and know the next part, right? As most of the time, people don't have that time right when they opted in to watch all your stuff, to watch your bridge video. They might watch your bridge video because we recommend that you keep it under like 2 minutes, but they're not going to watch a 40-minute presentation. Plus, they're not necessarily ready, right? They might not be ready yet. They're just curious, right? So they're in a place where like, ooh, is this person what they say they are? What is this business? I'm interested. I don't even know. But here's what happens. In every single email, you're sending them back to that business presentation. It might be in the PS. It might be a reason for them to get started now. It might be something, a testimonial that you send. But every single one, almost, I think 99% of the ones that I've written over 10 years at this point, all of those emails go back. And this is your time where you're building a relationship. People get to know you in email. Like if you aren't willing to send emails, I will send emails to your prospects because I know that's how we make money, where you educate, where you endear yourself to that person, where you exhibit your leadership, where you share your story, because you cannot count on social media to share your story. You can't count on somebody coming and seeing your social media to be educated. You can't count on their attention span, but you can count when you deliver consistency in these emails here over time. You're building your leadership cred, you're building your relationship cred, you're building your company cred. And that is where, for the last 10 years, I've made 90% of my sales. Almost nobody needs wants to get started with me on day one. That's just the fact, right? They might think they want to get started with me over time watching my social, but that is hard, right? And most people are kind of busy for that, right? So you want to be able to attract amazing people that maybe aren't necessarily on Facebook all day long every day, or on Instagram, or maybe they're not even on social at all. They happen to run into you somewhere else. Like all my roads, every single last one points to an opt-in page. you guys will see that like in every single one of my piece of my marketing, everything points to an opt-in page. So I'd love to stop and see if there's any questions here at all. Have I confused anyone? Because the end result, guys, the end result of all of this education and all of this education and relationship building, etc., in the end, guess what it ends up with? It ends up, guys, with money in the bank and a beautiful, beautiful team that duplicates over and over and over again. So if there are any questions, I'd love to hear them. If you would like to know how to do this yourself, I might consider putting together a workshop. Comment funnel. Anna, we got you. By the way, Anna, congratulations. She's just joined our top producer mastermind. We got you. She asked, what's the easiest funnel system to start with? We got you, baby. We will absolutely hook you up. We've got that handled for you. So if you have any questions, this is how it works, right? If you think about it, everything works this way. If you go to an online store, the first thing happens, can we give you 10% off for your email address? And now, once you put your email address, like, can you want something that you can have today? And they give you your phone number, because guess what? Then they're in your email box, they're on your phone, and guess what? They're going to follow up with you over and over and over again. Spanx, Macy's, American Express, network marketers, realtors, you name it, dog groomers. The first thing that almost everybody wants to do is get your email address, because we know that's if you're willing to share your email address with, if somebody's willing to change their email address, that means that they're interested in moving forward. They're interested in maybe getting some more information. Like, I opt into stuff all day long, but I do that because I want, I'm like, if I decide I want to buy something, I have this coupon. But if I decide that I don't want to, guess what I can do? I can unsubscribe. I don't know how many of you, like, I think I get texts from Spanx twice a day. And you know what that does? I've got 3 things in my cart right now because I'm like, I just have to buy it, right? So we all are buying machines. We all are, but we want to do it our way. And that's why we believe that it is so important to teach modern marketing methods so that you have this system behind you. Now, guys, I'm going to be straight out. Having the system doesn't solve your lead generation problem. It solves your follow-up problem. Please understand that. Like, some miracle happens, and once you get your funnel, it's not like some miracle happens and people just start dropping into your business. I'm going to share one more thing, and of course, it's going to make me. I'm just going to do this because I don't want to wait for the Zoom to do their thing. Think about a graph like this. This is success, money up here, and this is time, right? This is money. Money goes up, time goes on. You all think that it's going to go like this, but what happens with everything, especially in your network marketing funnel, it goes like this and then goes up. It is compounding interest. So the longer you do it and the longer you fill your funnel, the more people are deciding to make a decision to move forward. You're educating them over time, and that is the biggest hurdle I think that we see in our programs. I'm like, just email. Take your social media posts that are filled with content and put them in their email. The same strategy, the same human psychology and sales psychology, etc. strategy applies to your social media posts as well as your emails. And only the cool thing in your emails is that you can be a lot more, well, you have to be to the point. You don't need to, what is the beat around the bush, right? You don't have to mess around. You don't have to because you can't really be salesy on social media too much. You can make offers all day long. I make offers to be on my email list all day. You check out my you check out my profile. I've got offers all over it just to come here into Clever Marketers, because guess what? Somebody comes to Clever Marketers, we won't let them in unless they give us their email address, right? So I'm getting everybody's email address. So Dee Dee says, I don't feel like I like email, but you love to write. Well, you better fall. It is a beautiful thing to fall in love with email. Yeah, strategy. Dee Dee, she says, I have my own funnel system. I think I just need to make one for my network marketing company. Absolutely. Well, now you know how to do it. If you already know how to make funnels, that was the formula. And yeah, it needs to be a separate funnel from your other things. Let's see, any other questions? Okay, well, I think that's it. Oh, those of you that are in Biz Academy for Women at 2 o'clock today, OMG, we are going to have some epic sales training. I'm serious, like some epic sales training from our new mentor, Tasha Smith. She's freaking awesome. And so don't miss that. I'm going to be there for sure with bells on, because gosh knows, like the sales, which is fun. When you know how to do it, it's really, really fun. When you do know how to do it right, both people in the conversation or email or wherever feel great. And obviously that builds your bank account. So we put some serious training into the Biz Academy for sales training. All right, guys, have an amazing day. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, and it'll alert you when more goodness is dropped. I try to go live almost every single week. And lastly, if you are looking for help building a funnel, put the word funnel into the chat, and we'll make sure to get you that information maybe next week, maybe. All right, guys, big up from me to you. Go have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the internet. Bye, everybody.